Yeah, it's your man Kilogram, right? Hey, Raleigh, you gave me the superhero music on this one. We back up Stuyvesant, 801st side. Killer.
Yeah. This is your man Kilogram. We are back with our entrepreneur segment right now with my guy OMAR AIKENS. Man, what's good, oh?
What's up with you, Brad?
Listen, it's been a long time. We're gonna dive right into this. My man has done a lot of prison time. He's home on his positive vibes. Me and his brother go way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac. You already know. Juicy Jalene.
Yo.
What's good? Almost didn't make it today.
No.
I'm sorry that my communication sucked.
I don't want to.
We was arguing on the text. Yes, we do argue
have this
behind the scenes because this is
right
You Better
now.
Not Lie podcast,
Okay.
and I do not lie on my podcast. I was arguing. I was in my feelings about something.
Always.
Because
Tender.
she snapped on me through the text. We
I
gonna
didn't
get that.
snap.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, she did come and check that nigga too.
Yeah. She tried to put me in check, but you came on time. A little late, but we were setting up.
I know
so
we're
it's
not
all
talking
good.
about late.
It's all good.
Well,
Listen,
I know we don't want to talk about that.
at the end of the day, like I told y'all, this is our entrepreneur segment right here with my man Omar. And Omar, listen, you got Operation Capital City coming soon, right?
Operation Capital City.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that before we go into this interview.
So Operation Capital City is they named it that in 2005. That's when I went to jail.
Okay.
So it was 2 sessions. Operation Capital City went down in September 29, 2005.
Right.
And August 29, 2005. And I think the second wave went down in September 2010 before the statute of limitation went.
Okay.
So they had to grab the fellas the second wave while I was in
Okay.
jail 5 years later.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's the name of your.
That's the name of the book, Operation Capital City.
Okay.
And, there's an up-and-coming party coming March 2nd, Operation Capital City, the book release party. It's a party. It's a book release signing, but a book release party.
And they're celebrating what?
It's celebrating the
Release
memoir
of the book?
the release
Okay,
of the book.
all right, no problem. All right, so just to give y'all some history real quick, me and Omar, how we know each other, we're both from West Trenton. Omar definitely is a staple in Trenton. I'm not just gonna say West. Everybody knows Omar through the entire Trenton. He's no stranger to danger. He did his time in the streets. Not only did he do his time in the streets, but even though when he was out there, he helped a ton of people, including myself. I was a young guy in my early 20s, and I was doing music, and I had a single out with Petey Crack. And I happened to be going to the store on the Ave just to get a bag of chips.
It was
On
801st
on Stuyvesant. I'm going to the store to get a bag of chips. And I walk in, I see Omar outside. He doing his 1-2, talking to everybody, just kicking it. And he said, "Graham, what's up with the song with Petey?" I'm like, "What's good?" Like, I said, "What you mean?" He's like, "Nah, I like that joint. Let's shoot a video for it." And that's just how it happened, just like that on the block. Like literally, Omar talked about it that day. Within 1 week, we linked up. We put our heads together. We bought Petey to town, and we shot the
Indy
video.
500,
Indy 500,
Beast,
his manager,
and Beast
all of them.
They all came down.
And we shut the corner down. Like nobody has ever seen Trenton that live that day. The whole block was flooded with nothing but kids and family. Everybody.
And we brought Lynch Hunt down.
That's right.
Lynch Hunt came down from Beverly.
The police came to shut it down. They seen how much love was out there, and they drove away. So at the end of the day, man, I always wanted to salute you for that, for showing me that love as a kid that day, being 21, 22. We was both around the same age at that time, right?
Yeah.
23, 24.
44 now. We was young.
We was young. We was
Probably
early 20s.
19, 20.
It was early 20s.
It was
Let's go
early
with
20s.
that.
It was
That's the
something.
industry.
All right,
age.
y'all.
We're
Let's
gonna
stop
be
reminiscing on
Listen,
being
hold
young.
on.
Okay,
But no,
guys.
this is a monumental time of how we got here.
Yeah.
And then not only, I'm giving y'all the backstory, not only did he hook me up with Petey Crack, but after we did the video with Petey Crack, he said, "Hey, I like that. That was good. I like this music game." Now I met Little Flip through my travels. I'm going back and forth to Texas, and I met Little Flip. So I want you to get on a song with him, fly to Houston with me in another week. Once again, he was solid on his word.
Went to Houston.
He called me.
No, but first we went to Miami. You had some you was selling
What's that?
you had a single out. You was pushing your single.
Right. That was Source Awards.
Yeah, we was partying.
Yeah.
You wanted to party. I'm like, man, you gotta sell your tapes.
Right.
And you like,
We
nah, I
gonna
want to hang with
we
y'all.
gonna save some of that for the documentary.
you wanna hang with y'all.
But in the short
Graham wanted
version,
to party. He ain't want to hustle.
I believe it.
Listen, in the short version, here I am, a young kid with a song with Petey Crack on the radio, and then I came back from Houston with the song with Little Flip done, and we took that to Power 99, and they played it too. So as an independent artist, you know, with the help from my brother O and my help from my brother Miz, you know, we had
Can't forget about
2
Miz.
major singles playing on the radio at one time.
In the early 2000s.
In the early 2000s, we was lit like Meek in Jersey. Like I was like the Meek version in Jersey.
now.
You heard? Pause. You know what I mean?
So we can
But
hit the-
I'm gonna get my flowers
studio
on my own
time.
show.
Okay,
You
I'll
know what I'm
stop
saying?
messing
You
with
trying to take my
I'll
flowers,
stop
huh?
messing
The
with
studio time.
Yeah, the studio time. We did a lot, but we're gonna save some of that for the documentary because they not really here for me today. They're here for O. So we're gonna go right into it. O, what type of upbringing did you have growing up in Trenton, New Jersey? That's question 1.
Well, we know you was in the streets. Graham made sure he told us that. So
Yeah,
what else we gotta-
definitely. No, I'm saying no, but his upbringing. I just want to know his upbringing. How many siblings did you have, and were your parents in the same household? So it's a 3-part question.
Well, my parents was in the same household.
Right.
My stepfather raised me, Dwayne,
Okay.
Keith Holmes,
Okay.
and my mom had 8 kids, and my sister passed away from sickle cell.
Okay, I
Oh, wow.
remember
But
that.
you know what I
remember
mean.
that.
So we grew up rough, but not rough. My mom made
Okay.
sure we did have everything. So
Okay.
Dolores Wells, my mother, we call her.
What's
Poo
her
Poo.
nickname? What y'all call
Poo Poo. Everybody call her Poo Poo. Everybody
Hey,
know who
Poo
Poo
Poo.
Poo is.
Yeah, hey Poopa.
So
How you
you know what I
doing?
mean. She's the world to me. So I mean, she held it down. She made sure we had everything, and she taught me. I actually learned the game from my mom. So my dad is Sandman from the projects,
Right.
from Roger Gardner's Haversack.
Right.
So he was getting a lot of money back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So but my
We ain't
mom,
gonna skip though. We ain't gonna skip. We're gonna go.
That's
we
my
got-
upbringing.
Yeah.
That's
so
upbringing.
you
My
saw
dad-
that from mom,
yeah,
from
my
mom
dad.
and dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad was getting money in the projects
Right.
at a young age. You know what I mean? I remember just a little bit, but he was getting money in the projects on the front line,
Okay.
the second building, 3rd floor.
Right.
You know, he was up there getting money, and then we was staying on Exeter
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah, I grew up in 166, so he might have been in 168, I believe.
It's right across
That's
from the
second-
store, so
right
I don't
across
really
from
know
the
the
store.
numbers.
Yeah, it's Oakland though.
It's Oakland.
Either way,
It's
yeah.
the front line.
Yep. I got you.
Did you play any sports when you were a kid?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Were you at least a good student in school?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Oh
You
my
wasn't a
God.
good student, oh?
Nah, hell no.
went to Gregory,
I
right?
went to Greg. I went to school.
You went to school.
I went
you
to
just was
school.
bad.
I was just bad.
When did you finish? What grade? What's your last grade?
I think 10th.
okay, you made
I
it
went
to the
try-
high, though.
But
You
I
made it to the
got pushed out.
Okay.
Did you get
elementary-
your high school diploma
No.
when you was incarcerated? Nothing.
No, I got my diploma when I was incarcerated.
Right.
But school wise, I just was pushed through every grade. I was,
Yeah, they
I
was like, we
bad.
gotta get rid of his ass.
Yeah, I think I was the first one that got sentenced for. Not sentenced. I got suspended for 18 days. So they gave me 9
That's
days,
the thing. You supposed to get
and I
expelled
came
after
back
18
and got the
days.
other 9.
You supposed to get a hearing
What was
and
you
then
doing,
get
fighting?
expelled.
I think I tripped on a teacher. Dynamite.
Oh no!
Yeah, you was bad, oh.
That
If
was-
you
that
tripping
was wild.
teachers and shit like that.
Yeah, so I was
All right,
bad.
so when would you say that you officially jumped off the porch into the streets? You know, like this is the first question. And then how young were you when you started hustling?
All right, so when I came off the porch, we was young, man. Me, Raj, Nate, Reek, and Bone. We was about 9, 10.
Y'all was hustling at 9?
No, not hustling. Jumped
Okay.
off the porch. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think we
yeah,
started
yeah.
selling
Okay, so you
cars
can't-
age
yeah.
11, 12,
Right,
13,
okay.
like early before 92, around 92.
Right.
We started selling cars and stuff like that.
Okay.
So the hustling stage probably would have come in at 97, 98. Little bags of weed,
Right.
little plastic, the 1010s. You know, my era, we had little 1010s,
Right,
little
right.
crack bags.
Right.
That's when the valves came out.
Are you allowed to say who put you on your first package?
I'm
be
just say he from up top, 801st. You know what I mean? I'm just say he just from old head though. Look
Okay.
down. He ain't put me on. He just gave me some bags to sell and stuff like that.
Right.
You know
I
what
mean, did you have to split it? Like if you had a 30 bag or a
I
20
take
bag,
his
you had
money
to give him
back. Shit, you know, he probably gave me at the time.
Did you look like you ran off with a plug?
Nah, I ain't
earlier.
run off on the plug. I played the game fair.
Oh, you know? Okay,
I played
all right,
the
that's
game
dope.
fair
That's dope.
all the way to the end.
All right, that's dope.
So who are some of your artists you listened to growing up?
Rap.
Well, I really ain't cared too much about
Yeah.
music growing up.
So
Know what I mean?
so none of them inspired you to be like in the streets. Like you ain't hear.
No,
something
who inspired me
like,
being in the street was in the street.
Oh, okay, the street
In
guy.
the
Just
street.
what-
So when I
okay.
came out my front door, Exton Avenue was like legendary.
Right.
You know what I mean? For West Trenton.
Right.
All parts of Trenton had their own history.
Right.
Right.
So I can only tell you about West Trenton what I looked up to. So when I came out, and this I got permission for this one because you'll see this in my up and coming documentary. So who I looked up to at the time was Keith Feliciano. Keith Feliciano, before Nino Brown came on, the movie came out. We got a brown building, 602.
Right.
Exton Avenue on the corner of Stuyvesant. That I think we had about 14 apartments and a big one, and then 2 apartments on the side.
Right.
He ran that whole building. You know what I mean? So that was the Nino Brown of our era. And then when Nino Brown movie come out, that's what you call it, the Nino Brown building. It's a brown building.
Right.
And then you had other guys around there come out Country, then the Belizean. I think Country was the first one bought the crack around there at the time. And I'm thinking this around 86, 88.
Okay.
Now this one Keith Lee. Country come around, then you got the Belizeans come out.
Right.
The Belizeans, they're not Jamaican, they from Belize.
Right.
They come down, transition from New York. And then you also had the New York boys up there on the Yellow Brick.
Right.
And that's when Hov and them was out there.
Yeah,
at the
and they
time.
was on
The
Exton?
Haven and them.
All this was on
No,
Exton?
this is all Yellow Brick.
Okay, all right.
But the Belizeans and them was Christoph Hayes and Exton.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So I was out.
We called y'all the Martinez boys. That's what we called y'all
so
back
we're
in the
LP.
day.
We're LP.
yeah.
So, but I was
We ain't
out
get along
during
with
that
y'all.
era though. Now y'all ain't get well.
It's
nah, I ain't
crazy
get along
because
with
it's
it.
like y'all only 3 streets down, but it's like y'all had it's a whole
We
world
had a whole
down there.
different.
It's a whole different world
it
than
was
the
turned
801st.
water world.
Yeah.
Like when you walk
right.
down there, you smell boat juice.
Right,
That's how
right.
strong it was.
Right. All right. So listen, man. You was one of Trenton top hustlers at a time when the gangs was running rampant in the city, and what was going through your mind at the time? You know, you getting money around 03, 04, 05. It was a dangerous time to be in Trenton. You had to get down or lay down. Like, what was your mindset? Even though you from here, what's your mindset as you outside in the trenches, knowing that at this time, bodies is dropping. If you ain't got the right color on, shit is just happening. What's your mindset out at that time?
My mindset was regular. It ain't phased me. So
Okay.
first of all, whatever the gang, like we get to that though.
Right.
So my you know what I mean, rest in peace, my little man Hood, and then Young Money. You know, that's my man. He from Martinez too. In '98, when Young Money, when Hood came home from Jamesburg,
Right.
Hood was running around with flags on back then. So I'm like, no, what the hell you got on? He
98,
like,
we wasn't jacking it though.
that's what I'm saying. He came home from Jamesburg with it.
Right.
Then Young Money came home with it.
Right.
So, and they used to say, man, just watch. This hotel gonna be red.
Right.
That hotel gonna be green.
Right.
But it didn't have no phase to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, whatever the history they say, we get to that, whatever, you know what I mean, when you want to ask that
I just
question.
wanted to know, like, your mindset.
It wasn't
being
nothing,
outside.
because I was me.
These are people you grew up with. You ain't.
They people I grew up with.
Right.
So it didn't phase me. No one never approached me. No one never intimidated me. No one never forced me to be nothing.
Right. Got it. Gonna answer.
So the myth is you traveled a lot during your hustling days, right? And that was all around the world, luxury islands, things like that, including Texas, Georgia, Florida, New York. Is it true that the cops couldn't pinpoint where to find you? They didn't know where to go to get you?
Well,
Before you answer that, I remember they said. I remember me and you had a conversation on
What'd
the
they say,
phone
Grant?
one day. You want to answer that?
no, go ahead.
And you said to me, you was like, "Yo, the boys was trying to catch me, but they said I'd be on too many islands."
So
Was that true?
It was all right. So it was one incident, right?
Right.
I learned this when I was. I'm just giving you a little bit, but it's part of my second book. So when I came from, I think it was out in St. Lucia. I was somewhere.
Right.
So I'm driving down the highway. This me and my ex-wife at the time.
Right.
Driving down the highway, somebody called me. They say, hey, I was just down at the police station, and no, the police talking about some big dude, some big drug dealer just came home.
Right.
And he just came home from an island, and they was following him. I said, oh nah, man, that's the cop Gary Britton, man. I already know he following me and all that. He might be behind me right now. So, but that actual conversation got caught on a wiretap.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Unbeknownst to me, but I found that out after I went to jail. I get all my papers. So, but that was one of the ones. But yeah, I knew they used to be in front of my house, and
Right.
I had multiple times to stop hustling.
But you didn't care.
Nah, fuck that.
So I'm gonna tell you another time. I wrote when he first went down.
No, hold on. Before we get there,
Yeah.
let me tell you what he used to do.
Please
He's
tell
a
me.
businessman, right?
Right, go
Grant,
ahead.
Grant, and I'm
Go
not
ahead.
gonna say he's scared, but
Yeah,
Grant,
yeah.
he don't want no like.
Oh,
I
listen,
do
listen,
business.
listen.
Oh, you hustle.
Right.
We can't intertwine with
Right.
that, which is true.
Right.
So he was like, "Listen, man, we just gotta keep that apart." So Grant like, "Look,
Right.
man, just you don't want to stop." I'm like, fuck no. I don't wanna stop.
Oh, you going to that conversation? That would have been dope for the document. But go ahead, because
It's
I'm
still
gonna
gonna be- nah,
I'm gonna tell.
He said
I'ma-
make him part of your
Go-
story.
No. I'm in it anyway. But go ahead though.
But he just always asking, you don't think you got enough? Like I used to always ask him, like,
Right.
what's enough?
Right.
Like what's enough? Don't nobody know what enough is enough.
I remember that conversation sitting in the car, and it wasn't just about the hustling. It was about the nature of what was going on outside. It was a lot of gang activity, right? And I was saying to you, you was like, yo, you know, niggas trying to get me to be, you know, whatever. I'm like, don't do it. Oh, nah, it's gonna fuck up the wave. You feel me? And you was like, I think you was thinking about it, but we ain't gonna go too far into it. But I was coming from that aspect because I knew, like, to me, that at that time niggas was on bullshit. You feel me? Like, just around the city, you got certain people this, certain people that, and I knew it would fuck the money up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason. I think I remember that conversation. And I was scary, too, because I had a lot of shit going on.
But I don't call it scary,
Yeah.
like scared of individuals. You
Right.
was just worried about the platform you was trying to build.
Yeah, because,
and that's a businessman move,
guess-
though.
And I'm going to tell you, it ended up going crazy anyway, because when he got popped, they put in the paper, tipping the scale record label owner. I was like, oh, man. Yo, listen, I'm at the label. I never told you this. I'm at Warner Brothers one day, right? The record label. And an A&R asked me about Flip and tipping the scale. He was like, yo, you got some shit going on in the streets, man? I said, nah, what's going on? He's like, I was talking to people. They said, y'all got some shit going on right now. So he was like, yo, man, like, you got to work that shit out. And he ain't want to deal with me. This is Warner Brothers. You feel me?
I remember the time we went up to Sony.
Yeah.
And they was talking crazy. Like,
That's-
remember, I was like, man, we out here. Fuck them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, man, fuck 'em,
And
we
one
out.
time, listen, the guys around me at the time, between you and Miz, respectfully, they was getting so much money. Like, when I'm writing my music, I put something in the song like, oh, y'all trying to give us 50,000? Like, we got that, right?
That
So
ain't no money.
listen, a record label called Amalgam Digital, right? They listened to me say that on the record, and they said, we were gonna call you and offer you 50,000, but you said on the rap that you wouldn't take it, so we passed on you for the deal. At the time, both y'all niggas locked up. I needed the 50. I said, this is where keeping it real went fucking wrong. You feel me? Because listen,
that's crazy.
they signed after they passed on me, they signed Petey and Joe Buttons. They gave them a digital independent deal. What's up, fellas? All right.
Okay.
So, you know, but we're going to keep going. It's me right now, Juice, right? All right. So you eventually was sentenced to 15 years in prison, right?
Yeah.
And
No. So for the feds, I got 17 years.
Okay.
And then I had, that's for the drugs. And then I
Right.
had a state beef. I had a manslaughter.
Okay.
It was a murder, but it dropped down to first degree manslaughter.
Right.
So I got 18 and a half years for that.
Okay. All right. So my question is 15 years in prison, right? Did any time when you was locked up, did you feel defeated, discouraged, or you wanted to give up? Because that's a lot of time.
No, it's never give up.
Okay.
Nah, I never. My mind too strong for that. I'm never
Right.
giving up. You know what I mean? No matter how many times the door is locked,
Right.
never give up. So that's it for that
Yeah.
question. Sometime in jail, anybody will feel. Well, I speak for myself. Sometime in jail, you will feel defeated
Right.
because sometimes when you go to the phone, you call, somebody won't pick up.
Right.
But you gotta be mindful that you're inside where you're inside where we just do the same thing over and over.
Right.
Outside the real world, they move.
Right.
Y'all move, we go in circles.
Right.
So when I say in circles, meaning 545. So on the Fed, my first spot was the USP Big Sandy.
Right.
Know what I mean? That was a level 7. That's one of the worstest penitentiaries in the Feds.
Right.
People getting killed in front of you.
Right.
So you wake up, 5:45, the doors bust open, you need to be on the floor.
Right.
You need to be up when the doors bust open. You wait for, you're gonna have people working out, people getting ready for breakfast to get called out, people showering, people working out, people, everybody, it's 125 of us on the unit. So somebody doing something, and that's
Right.
the same routine. Come back waiting for school, work, and rec, and gym and all that stuff
Right.
to be called out, right? And then when that come back, call back for count, and then go back over to the second half, like the 4:15 count or something like that. I forgot majority of it, but then you do the same thing over and over for your whole fucking bid.
Yeah, so it gets you.
Nothing changed.
Yeah. Did you come home with any PTSD?
Yeah, you do. You know what I mean? Like, mine's is,
Right.
I hate authority. Fuck it. I hate authority before I went, and when I was in, it's just
Right.
hard. But you got to get adapted to it.
Yeah.
You got to make it work for you. So I hate authority. So if I feel as though somebody trying to tell me something, I'll buckle up.
Right,
It's
right,
not
right.
intentionally, but
Yeah.
you got to think. If you've been gone for a year, and somebody telling you, "Hey, can sign a lock in."
Right.
Damn, I'm getting the movie getting good, or I'm having
So
good
when your wife
conversation.
tell you it's time to go
was
home,
gonna- yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
like,
It's
on my
just,
time,
it's
sis,
just
my
how
time.
the
Right.
temperature come out.
Right,
It's just, you know what I mean. So
Right.
yeah, you do have that.
Right.
Like, you do have that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
So I even
because
talked to a psychiatrist when I came home.
you had to because
Yeah.
did you do a
Now
lot of
some people think that's
Yeah.
beneath them. That's not
It's
true.
not.
Nah, it's good.
Yes. Very
I think everybody should. Just speaking of experience, I think if you do come home
Right.
or you do have issues, I think you should talk to a psychiatrist,
Absolutely.
an independent person that don't have no ties to you, whereas though that you can get a good opinion.
Right.
Know what I mean? And the right opinion. Now, not all of them are for
Right.
you, because some of them might try to tell you to do certain stuff and it don't. So you got to find the right one that fits you.
Right.
But I think everyone should.
Now is the
do it.
feds 23-1? Like, did you go through that? Like 23.
Well, it all depends. So
lockdown,
I've been
one out?
moved around. I've been moved around a lot just
Right.
for my case. But I'm gonna tell you what messed me up. I'm gonna tell you what messed me up, and I was mad about. The gangland messed me up.
Right.
Because when I go on Big Sandy, it's a table. Long story short, you go in there. It's, I think was all right,
Now,
so
when he says gangland, he's referenced to there was an episode of Gangland on TV that he was featured on. So what happens is when you get to the car, right, and then everybody is like, "Oh shit, main man was on Gangland from Jersey." So that automatically you classified as a
no,
gangland.
not yet.
Okay.
I'm not classified. So when I get
Okay.
to when I get to Big Sandy, they bring you into, they bring everybody into the room. It's
Right.
all the administrations, the head ones.
Right.
They sit down. They got your paperwork right there, but they just ask you the dumbest shit. Are you a gang member? Just to speed it up. Are you a
Yeah.
gang member? No. Are you not a gang? No.
Right.
So well, you sure you're not? Listen, I'm not a gang member no
Right.
more. I was active at one point in time, but I'm not telling them that.
Right,
I'm
right.
still.
You trying to run with it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, so I'm never gonna tell them that that's
Right.
what it is. So I'm like, what my paperwork say? So I said, you see everything on my paperwork say. I just want to ask you. So first thing they tell you is, if you have any problems with any gang members, can you take it outside because we don't want no blood on the floor. Now when he say that, I'm like, blood on the floor.
they said it go down.
Yeah, I'm like,
It go
what the fuck
down,
I done
yeah.
got myself into now? That's the only time I said that to myself. I'm like, what the fuck I got myself into? He's trying to take it outside. He don't want no blood on the floor. So I said, what you mean by that? He said, no, because, if you get blood on our floor, your blood or someone else's blood, we got to paint the floor. So I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
they don't give a fuck about us. And, so if 40 something came with us, I mean, they was gorillas. They
Right.
was animals, right?
Right.
So we get to the holding cell.
Right.
As we go in that room, so the people that came before me, these was live gangsters. So
Right.
when they come out, they go to the left. So when I come out, I went to the left. They said, no, AIKENS, you go back to the bullpen. So I'm like, no, but everybody went that way. He said, no, they went up, they checked in.
Right.
But they was talking about what they gonna do when they hit the compound. They checked in. So I'm like, oh, they checked in? I said, oh man, then that's when you learn you gotta be careful what you say to people.
Right.
Because a lot of people they call hot, they be rats.
Right. Right.
So they went and hit the gate, and I went to the bullpen, and then I went to my unit.
Okay. Now, was your unit a
Yeah.
gang unit?
No, I went to my unit up to the thing. So now when gangland messed me up, when that gangland come out, we on lockdown. We on lockdown. We come outside. When we come outside, man, be sight from suicide.
Right.
From Christoph, we up there. We going to child. Everybody just looking at us. So we trying to figure out what the fuck everybody looking at. So, what the fuck they looking at? So I'm like, be sight. First, I'm smaller.
Right,
so I'm
right,
like,
yeah.
I said, "Sight, you got your knife on?" He's like, "Yeah, I got mine. Where yours?" I said, "Bitch, I left it in the back." So then he like, so I'm like, but we already by the child hall. So we go in the child hall. Hey, the whole child hall just start looking.
Right.
So I'm like, man, something ain't right. So we get our trays. I didn't even eat. I didn't eat. I wasn't scared, but I'm like literally like, what the fuck going on? So I'm like, we gotta go back. I gotta get my knife. So like, come on. We get back. We come outside. The warden called me, yo, AIKENS, let's go. So what's up? So now when you're on the USP, anybody can tell you don't talk to the staff alone. You take. So me and you together, you gonna go in the office together so we can talk, so you can co-sign what I said.
Right.
So long story short, we get in there. He like, yo, you say you want part of the game. I ain't part of no game. What you talking about? He said, what about gangland? At the time, we didn't know what gangland was.
Right.
Trent didn't know what gangland was.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I don't know what gangland is. What you talking about? He said, you was on gangland. So now I'm not being funny. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'm standing in front of you.
Yeah.
So he like, you was on gangland, the History Channel, this and that. You know what I mean? Sex movement. So I said, nah, I don't know nothing about that. So he like, well, listen, I'm telling you, first sign of something happened with y'all, you're leaving.
Right.
So I'm like, what? So I said, all right, whatever. So I leave. I said, fuck they talking about? Now we was on lockdown for 30 days in a room. We was on lockdown. The Texas syndicates and the what's the names went at it. The Serranios, I think. I mean, they had they was going at it. Like a couple of them got killed at that time. So when I got on the course link and checked my email, I had over probably 100 messages. Call home. Yo, you was on game last night. So I called home and I asked, my ex-wife, what's going on? She's like, no, they said they had you on game last night. So what the fuck is game last? And then when I found out what it was, that messed me up. Eventually, the Bloods got into it with somebody and they kicked me out of Big Sandy.
Right.
So now it followed me.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, they got that in your jacket.
Yeah, now it followed, so it hurted me.
Right. Now that's good. I'm glad you explained that. Okay.
So you got this book and documentary you're working on called Operational Capital City. What inspired you to start this project?
Why is it important to you?
So it's important to me because I want to tell my life. I want to tell my life story for the youth. So basically, like Trenton. All right. So let me start from this. Trenton, we got a lot of talent in Trenton, starting from rap, starting from probably actors or whatever. We got a lot of football players, basketball players. We got a lot of stuff going on. So, and now we got a new thing going on with podcasts.
Right.
So it's several podcasts in Trenton but all the stuff we have that we don't support each other on.
Yeah.
So now I wanted to write my book. I remember I had to sell it and I told him, man, when I come home, have a nice big party, I'm gonna write my book, I'm gonna do a documentary, I'm gonna do everything I say, and I ain't selling no more drugs. But I wanted to stop selling drugs in 2018.
Right.
I still was coming home. I had 2 big connects.
Right.
So 2018 is when I just got up and said I'm not selling drugs.
Right.
So what made me want to write my book is I seen in jail, we watch a lot of TV or whatever. I seen a lot of other cities. We go from New York, we go from Boston, we go Chicago, we can go Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, everywhere, right? Everybody got niggas that was getting money. They got documentaries out, they got movies out. We glorify them. But then when we get to our city, and somebody do something to get money, want to do something, oh man, he think he all that, this and that. Listen, they don't understand what this can bring to our city. It ain't just about me. It's my story, but it can be other people's stories too. This can lead to movies. If this leads to a movie, who you think gonna play in a fucking movie?
Right.
Somebody from Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And that can lead them to somewhere else. Right. I can't play all positions in a movie. You see what I'm saying? Like a soundtrack.
Just trying to open the door.
Open the doors. Yeah. We open the doors for it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Look at the athletes. Now, they play football, basketball. Now, Troy Vincent one of the ones that opened the door. You know what I mean? So that's who a lot of people probably looked up to.
You go back to, what's my man name? That first NBA player was Greg Grant.
Exactly. Another one, you know what I mean? A living legend from Trenton. Right. But they got things to follow, and we can do the same thing. It ain't just about me. It's about what could I bring to Trenton. Right. So they got bigger cities, you know what I mean? They got bigger cities, but I'm talking about all of us. Right. And I'm not glorifying, it is what it is. It's our life, so it is what it is. We all was getting money. It's a lot of us in our era, 98 to 2005, 98 to 2006, whoever remained out there, whatever. We was getting a lot of money in that era, man. I'm talking about money, over 500, 600,000. Right. Niggas was eating out there. So why our story can't hit the movie theaters? Why our story can't be the documentary?
That's dope. But that's why I said
why our stories can't do it.
Yeah, that's my
why Trenton can't get it?
Right. That's my next question. What's the rollout for this book and documentary once it's done? That's the first question. And are you seeking investors? Is the second. And are you pitching the film to Hulu, Netflix, Tubi, etc.?
All that.
Okay, so what's your rollout as far as marketing? You have a team, like?
Well, we're going to do one thing at a time. Okay. We're going to put the book out. We're going to have the party March 2nd. Right. You know what I mean? March 2nd at the Sheraton Hotel. That's the first thing. Right. We're going to put the book out on all platforms. Right. The second thing, me and Quest God is going to finish the...
I was just going to ask you who's shooting. Let them know who's shooting.
Quest God is shooting the video. The documentary. Right. So we're going to, after the book release party, we're gonna jump right back on there. We need to go to Miami. We need to go to North Carolina to get my man Lynch Hunt. We need to go to Miami to get Tone, my jeweler. Right. And we need to go to
we're gonna have to go to Texas.
Texas. We probably get Flip and Duke and C-Note locked up right now. Right. C-Note's one of the Botany boys. He's actually my nephew. Right. So he one of the strongholds down Houston, Texas. You know what I mean? He international, official, so he do a lot of stuff, right? So it's just we trying to roll out, man. We trying to roll a movie out. Right. I'm telling you, listen, And you know for firsthand, like Meech, I know Meech from one of my guys from Virginia named Murder. We call him Murder.
Right.
So they call him Life. And Murder's always beat me all the time when I go to Miami, LA, and stuff like that. So I partied with, Meech, stuff like that. I partied with Meech. I never got nothing from Meech. I had my own thing going on, but I partied with Meech, actually Miami, Atlanta, been to his house and stuff like that. So like I'm saying, we ain't no different. We just smaller.
Right.
But we ate. I'm talking about Trenton. I ain't just talking about me. We ate, nigga. And we can keep up with the best of them. If not, they
we
keep
had some
up with
good
us.
times, man. Like, I'm gonna give them this one. Mandalay Bay. We in Vegas one day.
2003. It was a magic show.
Yeah.
We was going there back then.
Yeah, we in Vegas at the magic show. You downstairs at the crap table, hit him for what? 40?
I hit him for 90.
90,000.
I hit him for 90,000.
All I know is they put us at the top of the damn hotel. We at the suite. At the suite. They was like, yo, he's winning so much. We're gonna give y'all the suite at the top of the hotel.
So it was that's when Lynch brought his whole crew down.
Right.
Lynch brought his whole crew. I was actually in Chicago.
Right.
Remember, I was in Chicago.
Yeah, I went with Lynch.
I was trying to meet another connect. It wasn't going well.
Right.
I think I had like 60,000 on me. So I'm like, man, Lynch called me like, oh, come to what's the name? So
I'm gonna
who
tell you
I was running with, I
Right.
was like, yo, you want to go to Vegas? She's like, I never been to Vegas.
Right.
We shot to Vegas. Y'all was partying.
We was partying
I was at
heavy.
the crap table because I ain't party. I never really partied. But
I'm gonna tell you,
places.
Lynch blew my high when he told us. He said the plane that we was on, the feds was on the plane with us.
Man, they was everywhere.
He said they was everywhere.
They was taking pictures on the plane. We on the plane going to Vegas, just chilling. The feds, they like this. They in the club with us.
I used to go to Lynch store, right?
Word.
So I'll give you a story. So I go to Lynch store in Burlington. Lynch had
Right. And that
Lynch
was my
a good
plug.
dude. So Lynch had a
I bought
what
you
he had,
down
a throwback?
Yeah, we had the throwbacks.
Throwback,
store.
yeah. So the throwback store, I come in there. So I walk in the store. I got I think like 3 keys of coke on me. I'm walking around, go in the store. I throw it on the counter. I said, "Damn, Lynch, the police sitting right there." He like, "Man, you always talking that police shit. Ain't no cops out there. You paranoid." So I said, "All right." I go out there. He's sitting at the table. So I like, "Yo, you the police?" He looked at me and said, "Huh? You the police?"
Right.
He just got up and walked away.
Yeah.
So let's say, yo, you.
crazy.
So
it was crazy.
But I was wild.
Right.
I don't drink. I never drunk or smoke. But I was high off that money. That money messed me up.
Yeah.
If anybody want that money, messed me up.
Yeah, you was an arrogant fuck back then too.
I'm still
arrogant.
there.
No. He was worse.
Yeah,
he was
so-
worse.
But
But was respectful.
But no, let me tell him this story. The first time he got in, right, when he got his time, I mean, they hit him with the number, and I wrote him, and he wrote me back, and I got the letter. I was like, so I'm telling him, hold your head, whoop, wop, wop, wop. The letter I got back, he was like, yo, I'm all right. I'm just mad I ain't have more time to do it bigger. He's like, I'm the king of this shit. I wanted to do it bigger. Like, I was like, yo, I'm looking at this letter like, this nigga is wild. He just got 15.
But that come with the young. I ain't gonna say dumb, but
Right.
listen, if you know what the fuck you doing out there, own
Right.
up to it.
Right.
So anything I've done, I'm own it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what my book based about. My book about coming up in the game. Like all the older dudes that was getting money that I was dealing with coming up in the game. Nobody like the Bleasons looked out for me, but nobody from Trenton gave me nothing to get on when I came home in '98 from boot camp.
Right.
I had my daughter Siani.
Right.
You know what I mean? She was I seen my daughter born. I've been taking care of my daughter all her life. You know what I mean? That's my heart. But nobody gave me nothing. I took care of a lot of my homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I extended my hand. I bailed a lot of people out. I put a lot of people on. You know what I mean? So it was just, you know what I mean? That's just like, that's what the book about. I'm not exposing nobody. You're not going to see a lot of women in there talking about this and that. I'm not disrespecting nobody.
Right.
You're not going to see me talk about no people who cooperate and all that shit. I'm not trying to, they know what they did. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, bring some light to the town about my situation and the youth, about even your right-hand man or, you know, your right-hand woman, whoever, they can possibly go in on you. You just never know.
Right.
So you switched up your hustle and went legit promoting parties, investing in real estate, and traveling. How do you balance being a husband and a father with all your new endeavors?
It's a lot. Yeah. But it's the same as when I was on the street hustling. So, you know, a father, husband, and I'll be the next day I'll be driving to Texas in the car. A whole day.
That's the hustle spirit.
Driving
You
the
can do
car
it
a
all.
whole day.
Do it all.
Do it all. It's all on you. You know
All
what
right,
I mean?
so before we end this session, because this is good. Oh, this is the first time you talk, because you ain't really a talker like that. But I was gonna say, what would you say to somebody that's coming up in an area like Trenton, whether it's Brooklyn, New York, anywhere, a young guy coming off the porch, he fascinated by that money, he want that pretty girl, you know, he want that car. Like, what would you tell him about the flip side of the game? You know what I'm saying?
But that's what the book about. The book, I want them to read my book. But I would tell them, like, I tell them my history, a couple other people's history. Because one thing about me, I ain't got no hate in my blood.
Right.
If a nigga was getting that money, and I'll give examples. I won't expose that person to no harm. I'll give examples of,
Right.
you know what I mean, he was doing this and that. I was doing this and that. But look at my outcome.
Right.
But I made it out.
Right.
Some people don't make it out. Some
Right.
people still to this day in my era still hustling. You know what I mean? But to each his own. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's no kicking on nobody. That's each his own. I just chose not to hustle because I feel as though it's too easy for me.
Right.
So I would tell that younger generation, like, you got a choice. You can go left or you can go right.
Right.
So people like my whole
1 second. You got a visitor.
oh, look my man Miz. What's up, man?
Yo,
Man, you already know.
listen. Hey, Miz, what's good, bro? Yeah, we wanted to definitely get you on this episode because you definitely a part of the story. We the three man head right here. Pause. You feel me? Like we put a lot. We all put our brains together and made magic out here as far as what we did on the music scene. So I want to thank you. Always getting the call. I want to thank you, and I want to thank O and give y'all flowers and let y'all brothers know that I really appreciated y'all. And without y'all, I wouldn't have had the name that I had in the streets. So salute to you, salute to my brother O too, man. We wanted to make sure you was a part of this. You heard? And
You already know, man. What's up? We had some good times, man.
and Miz just came home from jail today.
Oh shit.
Salute to Miz. He just got out.
Yeah, so I ain't, so what I'm not gonna do, man, is I'm not gonna tell our stories about
Nah, that's for the documentary.
I used to come through.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
we gonna get Miz
I ain't
on
gonna
the
do that because you handling some shit right now.
Yeah.
But like I tell them, man, you know, it's a lot of county niggas. You know, I used to tell them I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
international, man. You know, I had it all the way up there. So, but Miz was a good
Miz a
nigga,
great
man.
dude.
He
Great
was
dude.
part of my situation in 2005.
Right.
He held it down, no cooperation. He didn't even know me that long, but we mutual friend from Kilogram
Right.
and Tipping the Scale Entertainment.
Right.
But Miz held it down. And I'm pretty sure if he wanted to come home, all they wanted was me. But he took his on the chin.
That's a
So I
fact.
respect you for that, Miz. And there's a few other niggas. I got my brothers that, even when I was in jail, I did come home. I got it's a couple people from Northwest, whatever, looked
Right.
out for me. But my bros, like New York, Little, and Puerto Rico, like I never had to worry about them. And then my
Right.
old head is Scott. Like this dude from when I was a kid, 8 years old to now to the day,
Right.
held me down. My
That's a
whole
fact.
bed, you
That's
know what I mean? And then that's when you at your worstest point.
Right.
That's my right hand man. That's my bro, man.
Hey, Miz,
Good
you got to
dude.
make sure you pull up on O and get your and talk your shit on this documentary with Quest. All right.
Absolutely.
But listen,
I got the old joint. The numbers old.
yeah, no, we'll line all of that up after the show. But I'm gonna let you go because we about to close out with O. But we gonna build. All right. Salute, my boy. All right. So listen, O, tell them the release date of the book, and will the documentary drop the same day as the book? Or
All right, so the
how you
release
got that
date,
planned?
the book will be dropping. The book won't be dropping. So March 2nd, you know what I mean. Everybody gonna get a book. So
Right.
the tickets right now is on sale. You know what I mean, on early bird special.
Mm-hmm.
It's $50 general admission, including the book. Sometimes I gotta say it, including the book. That's what it is, including the book. So you get that $50. I think after the 17th it go to $60, but it still includes the book.
Right.
If you want to come early at 8 to 9 just for signing the book, but 9 to 1 a.m. is for the party.
Right.
Now, I mean, some people just want to probably drop through, come through, whatever. But 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. is the party.
Right.
And then after this, me and Quest Guy going to jump on. We're gonna jump back onto, like I said, the documentary. We're gonna make our rounds, Miami, Houston, North Carolina.
Right.
Get the rest of the documentary up, man. The documentary gonna be exciting because a lot of people said I went to jail because I was what?
They said that you went to jail for
Because I was.
gang.
Yeah, I was gaming. Yeah, that bullshit. Fuck,
Yeah.
how the fuck you know my case?
Right,
But anyway,
right.
like I said, I sat
Show, before we exit, can you
This
show
what-
them the paperwork real quick?
So
we
this-
gonna give
so-
them a stack of.
So look,
hold on. Let me see this
Nobody
right here.
get-
Let me see this right here. Hold up.
This
If he wanted to be petty, but he not, because he came on as positive. You see all these,
So look.
indictments and names
So-
in here that we will not release.
So
You know what I
no,
mean?
not even Graham. Look, I told
This is
Graham he can't
crazy.
even read my paperwork.
This
but
is crazy.
so what we
This
gonna
is
do
crazy.
is that's
Facts, black
that
and
ain't
white
all my
don't lie,
paperwork right
baby.
there. So that's not even all my paperwork. That's just some of my paperwork, and I
That's
mean some
crazy.
of it. So the book gonna drop March 2nd. We got a party. Get your tickets. Know what I mean? Come get your tickets. Know what I mean? Get them at June's store. My sister Tiff and I had the tickets. Like I said, they $50 including the book. If you want a signed book, you come at 8 to 9. And you don't want the sign, but you still get your book 9 to 1 a.m. So now, then we're gonna jump right on the documentary. You're gonna jump on the documentary, and then after that, this book two is gonna be big. Book 2 is gonna be. I want everybody to read my paperwork. But
Right.
whoever cooperated, listen, I don't got nothing to do with that. That y'all know who y'all are. That's non-exempt in my life now. I'm not on that no more. So that's not me. Well, everything will be blacked out. All names will be blacked out. All names will be blacked out. I will not try to take nobody from their kids like they done me or their family like they done me. That's not on I'm not on that type of time. When I was on that type of time, it is what it was. I ain't on that type of time no
Right.
more. So this, like I said, man, I want the youth to read. Because when you think you're under the radar, you know, I say, oh, man, they ain't on me. Before I found out, when I thought I was under the radar, I got paperwork saying if I started in 1998, I went down on 2005. I got paperwork talking about the prosecutor office got information from confidential informants that Omar AIKENS was in 2001. I wasn't under the radar. I was on it.
Right.
But I didn't know that until I went to jail.
Right.
So I got my discoveries.
All right, so before we end this,
yeah.
tell the people where to find you on social media, things like that, and where they could get these tickets from you want them to buy.
Yeah.
Oh, they can look on my page, Instagram, Mr. Omar AIKENS, and Facebook, Omar AIKENS. You can get it's a number on there, 856-818-7801. You can call me for that, or you can inbox me. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? You can find me on Instagram or Facebook. And I got the tickets on deck. My man Chrome just checked in. Chrome, you waiting for me for the for the document. Oh, and Saturday.
Right.
What we doing Saturday?
Oh, we shooting a video.
We on Stuyvesant?
Yeah, we on Stuyvesant. Yeah,
Shooting a video for
we
like
shooting a video for a single that I wrote called "Not Like Omar," and it just talks about the life of Omar running around Trenton and the trials and tribulations of his life and us.
and
you know,
if I could rap this,
you
what I
know,
would
doing
say.
doing the music and stuff like that. So if you around, pull up to the video
How
shoot.
come
Come
I
in
get
peace.
invited? I know I'm not from Trenton, but like,
Nah, you could come, Juice. We definitely need your support. But at the same time, listen, Omar gave y'all his social media. Please buy those tickets. You know what I mean? Don't forget to come out March 2nd.
All black.
I'm gonna be there.
It's
all
all
black.
black.
Juice,
Listen.
you want to come?
yeah, I'm going with you.
Omar, we
Listen.
get on VIP. We're gonna say that right now because you
Yeah, we
you's a
get
businessman.
VIP.
I'm businessman.
VIP treatment?
It ain't no VIP. We all, I be on the floor. I don't even care about VIP.
You see, listen,
So
this is the
listen.
Omar that I know. He told us something. Ain't no VIP. That's a
Ain't no
trick, nigga,
VIP,
boy.
man. Ain't no
You feel
VIP
me?
this one. This is all black and fair.
Right.
Listen, you don't have to wear a suit.
Right.
If that's what you choose to wear a suit, you wear the suit. I'm
Right.
wearing the suit.
Right.
But if y'all want to wear a suit, wear the suit, man. I mean,
Right.
dress
We
their
grown.
price.
We grown, yeah.
Know what I mean? No hoodies. I need to see everybody's face. I don't
Right.
care who you my friend or whatever. No hoodies.
About Timberlands. They
Yeah,
got
you can wear Timbs.
Timbs,
You wear the
alright.
black Timbs. Wear the Timbs. I mean, wear what you want. But just no hoodies. Nobody's wearing hoodies in that party.
Right.
Now you'll be turned around. Even if it's my brother, you'll be turned around.
All right, listen. That was episode right there for our entrepreneurs with my man Omar
Hey.
AIKENS right there. You got the party coming March 2nd. You got the documentary
Following
dropping.
up.
Following up. We ain't got a date for that yet, but he's currently shooting. Shout out to Quest God on the camera.
Quest got on the camera.
And,
Quest doing
listen,
a good job,
he
man.
doing
Quest,
a great
and,
job.
And you introduced me to
Yeah,
Quest.
yeah,
And
definitely.
we also got Miss Kiki should be at the party too.
Okay. Is that your publicist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I mean, Kiki helped me write the book.
Right.
The book gonna be dope. And shout out to Goldfingers, man. Goldfingers is the one that introduced me to
Kiki Swenson, right.
Kiki Swenson.
Yeah.
And he the one that introduced me to it.
Right.
So shout out to Gold
Shout
for
out
that.
to Goldfingers.
Shout out for Gold for sending me his
Right.
track for the documentary.
Right.
And shout out for everybody showing me love, man. And you know, I show love
And
back.
shout out to Raleigh for producing the
Oh
music
yeah,
too.
my bad. Shout out to my cousin. That's my
Yeah,
cousin
it's all
too.
good. Big
Oh,
shout
man.
out to Raleigh. And we gone.